guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about dying to yourself, what that means, what that can look like, and what my personal experience was when figuring out kind of like what I want to do and how I'm going to go about doing that. So in the Catholic faith, or I think even in, like Christians in general, we talk about how we need to die to ourselves to be able to live for other people, or die to ourselves to be able to grow into better people and better things. And that is true. And the reason why we think that is because God died on the cross for us, and he poured out his spirit for us to be able to live and have life right now. He also died on the cross to be in heaven with his Father, correct? And so we, as Christians, as Jesus followers, we die to ourselves so that way there's nothing holding us back in heaven. Not to say like all your faults and failures won't make you like go to heaven. Like, of course you'll still go to heaven, but you can let go of the things that aren't going to be important in heaven on earth, and it will make you so much more aware as to what God's graces are here on earth. That's the point, is to become closer to God, to show him that you care, to show him that you're willing to give up whatever you want to be able to do those things. And Lent is a perfect example where we give up something that we really, really love to be able to get something else. But what we don't always do is, once we're done with Lent, then we just kind of throw out what we just learned, and we forget about it, and we never ever come back to it. And I personally and spiritually believe that that's not the point of Lent. That's not the point of what we go through and our sacrifices that we make to God. We make sacrifices to him to grow closer to him during that time, and that's a very special time for us to grow closer. However, in the months after that, we still have to die to ourselves. Like, we still aren't perfect. Like, not every, like, even if you go through like how many Lents, like 100,000 Lents, you'll still have stuff that you need to that you want to work on, because giving up chips isn't going to help your personality. It might help your health, but it might not help your personality. And we need to start learning to really take the time to seek after him even after that period. And Father Mike Schmitz had one of the best talks about this, and I will link it down in the description box below. I also talk about it in my vlog. I don't know if I'm gonna upload that vlog, but I will link it down in the description box below. It is amazing. It talks about how and why we need to die to ourselves, and some ideas and some ways that we can do that. And it was very powerful for me, and I prayed and meditated about it a lot as to what I need to get rid of, what I need to change from my heart. And again, once again, like in my last video, my devotional spoke to me, the Bible spoke to me, and my fiance's and I devotional time spoke to me. And the main key player in all of those that kept getting thrown at me was worrying. I am not a worrier, truthfully, like I'm not, but there are some things that worry me, that freak me out, that I'm not sure about, and I stay hinged on it, and I never let it go. Some of those being my past, the fear of the future, and like losing my job. Those are the three main ones that I worry about a lot. And I'm not worried about like losing my job as in I'm going to do something wrong and lose my job. I'm worried about just about things I can't control, such as COVID, and you like lose your job. I know in my particular job, in my line of work that I am in, it's harder for that to happen, but it still freaks me out. Like, I still have such a fear about it. Now, things such as my past, my testimony is very deep and very like dark, but also very, very beautiful all at the same time. And I cannot let go of some of the things that I did. And it's not necessarily, like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's just some things I wish I never did. and there are some things that I wish I could just change automatically, but is not possible for me to do. And I just need to kind of like toss it. Like God is like, you don't even have to think about this. You don't even have to think about this anymore. Like you can just toss it and move on. And it's still something that I just hold on to. And so during this month and the next month, I'm really gonna be focusing on not worrying about stuff. Like letting things, like even though I might be stressed out about a certain situation, I'm not gonna let it control my emotions, and I'm not going to let it create a fear out of worrying, because then I will help no one. I won't even help myself in this situation. And God explained in the Bible that there is no space for worry on earth. There is no space for worry in heaven, and there is no time in heaven that you're ever going to have to worry. Now, I'm not saying like never just throw everything in the towel and not even try at all for anything, but once you start worrying to an unhealthy situation, or make it into an unhealthy situation for yourself, that is whenever we have to kind of switch things up and try to find a different way or a different thing to do. Because, hold on, my battery's about to die. So my battery charged, so let's continue on. So, as I was saying, worrying is not a bad thing, or being concerned is not a bad thing. Whenever it becomes bad is whenever we let it affect our stress levels, and whenever we let it affect our bodies, and our mental health. And so I am going to be making a conscious effort to start being better about that, and being better about not worrying and not letting things from my past bother me, and not letting things concerning my job like stressing me out, because it doesn't make me feel better and it doesn't make anyone else surrounding me better, and there honestly is no place for it here as well as in heaven. So why even put in the time and the effort now if there's no point later in life or even afterlife? So I would recommend watching that video, because it truly helps you understand like how you can sacrifice in some areas, and then God can show you other things to fill that hole. What I mean by that is, like, if I take out worrying out of my day and I like throw it to the side, that is so much stress and so much like a huge hole that is being taken out of my life, and instead all that time that I spent worrying can be filled with something else. So God might be leading me to something else, but I just don't know, because I had it filled with this worry that now is gone and can be filled with something else. And I don't know what that will be. I don't know at all what God can be leading me to, but I know that it can be really great things, and I want to share that with the world, and I want to share that with my family and my friends, and I want to be the best version of me possible. And the only way for me to do that is to be able to take away all the things that are weighing me down. Each time that you find something that is weighing you down that you want to take away and that you're dying to yourself, you are lightening your spirit, you're lightening your love, and you can then be a light to the rest of the world. Each month or every 2 months, depending on how well I do at the thing that I'm trying to get rid of, I will be refining myself. So each month I will find another thing to kind of die to myself about and purge, and it will give me more room for other things to grow. And I'm really excited about this, and I just decided to do this literally off of that one video and the feeling in my heart. I felt after I listened to that and like seeing everything else that I listened to, like on K-Love and in my devotionals and all the things like that, I feel God's presence, and I know that that's what I need to do. And so that is what I'm setting out to do. So I'm really excited about it, and it's basically something that I never thought that I could or wanted to do. So I'm basically just taking my worries and dropping them to the side and hoping that God fulfills it with something more amazing. I have no idea if he is, and I have no idea if he will, but I am just excited to see where I'm going with that. So that's all I have to say. I thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Again, I'm sick, so that's how come I'm yawning in certain spots. It's how come I don't look the best. But these videos don't really require like that much energy, and so I can wake up from a nap, record a video, and then go back to sleep. So that's basically what I've been doing today. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very thankful to be able to make videos for you guys and still be able to do it during my little sick time today. And I appreciate you guys for coming back to another video, and please have a great day. Bye.